Batman and Superman are the two seminal, iconic characters of comic mythology. This is the alpha and omega of this world. There are a number of different ways that we evolve both Batman and Bruce Wayne in this movie. He was older, darker, more world-weary.
20 years in Gotham. How many good guys are left? How many stayed that way?
I really like this Batman. There's something brutal and unforgiving.
Tell me, do you plead your will?
Two people who both consider themselves good guys come into conflict with one another.
He has the power to wipe out the entire human race, and we have to destroy him.
Everyone has grown up having their heroes, and there aren't two who are better known than Superman and Batman. We need these kind of characters. They're the people who bring light, who get rid of the dark.
I was excited about fusing the Superman world with the world of Batman.
Superman has made the leap, and now he's out there for everyone to call judgment on.
He's starting to see that every action has a reaction. There's no such thing as just being good all the time.
He's still trying to do the right thing, and do the right thing by everyone, and ignore the slings and arrows.
The world has been so caught up with what Superman can do, no one has asked what he should do.
At the same time, try and get a closer connection to humanity.
I think that Clark experiences a little bit of the brokenheartedness of being a human being.
People hate what they don't understand.
When it comes to Batman, Superman doesn't agree with the way he carries out justice. His view is go about it in an ethical manner, where Batman is at any cost inflict justice. And so that's essentially where they come to blows.
Excuse me, miss. The other night you took something that doesn't belong to you. Stealing's not polite.
Is it stealing if you steal from another thief?
Who are you?
Someone interested in the same man you are.
Is that right?
The data you copied is military-grade encryption.
You know, I bet with that dress, 9 out of 10 men would let you get away with anything.
But you're the 10th.
I'm guessing I'm the first. I see through that babe in the woods act. You don't know me, but I've known a few women like you.
Oh, I don't think you've ever known a woman like me.
And now, you will fly to him, and you will battle him to the death. Black and blue. Fight night. The greatest gladiator match in the history of the world. God versus man. Day versus night. Son of Krypton versus Bat of Gotham.
You're gonna go to war. That son of a bitch brought the war to us 2 years ago. Jesus, Alfred, count the dead. Thousands of people. What's next? Millions? He has the power to wipe out the entire human race, and if we believe there's even a 1% chance that he is our enemy, we have to take it as an absolute certainty. And we have to destroy him.
But he is not our enemy.
Not today. 20 years in Gotham, Alfred. We've seen what promises are worth. How many good guys are left? How many stayed that way?
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. We're almost at Batman v Superman. A whole bunch of stuff just dropped, so let's break it down. The most interesting clip, I think, besides all the behind the scenes stuff, which is always fascinating to me, is the scene that Batman has with Wonder Woman, where he's talking about women he's known before like her, women who steal things. I was just like, oh my god, he must be talking about Catwoman. And if he's been Batman for at least 20 years, he's probably run into all of his rogues gallery. And they did say that the extended cut of the film, like the director's cut, is an extra 30 minutes, so we might see a lot of Easter eggs for all the stuff that he's done in those 20 years. The theatrical cut will still be about 2.5 hours. I don't know how long it's going to be before we get to see that director's cut, maybe by the end of the summer. Because Suicide Squad is coming out after Comic-Con, they're mostly going to be promoting that movie for the rest of the year, but they might also choose to drop that extended cut around that time of the year, like around the time Suicide Squad is ramping up. And really good news, because I forgot to do one in my earlier videos this week, there's a new DC giveaway that starts now. It's just a $20 Amazon gift card, or you know what, let's do movie passes. It'll be a gift certificate for the equivalent of 2 IMAX tickets for Batman v Superman, and the giveaway will stay open till I post my Flash video on Tuesday. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. Normally any format you see the movie in should be fine, but just look at this scene real quick and you'll see what you miss if you don't see the movie in IMAX. So definitely go for IMAX if you have the opportunity, but here we go. Superman, of course, addressing the idea that he's getting shit on even though he's saving people. No matter what he does, it tends to get misinterpreted. So like Zack Snyder says, there's no such thing as just being a good person and that's the end of the story. Because I watch so many things and read so many comics, I tend to draw parallels between characterizations. Like you talk about the way Batman v Superman is characterizing the Superman character is actually very similar to what's going on with Arrow and Oliver Queen. They save the city and still get shit on. Batman in the movie is adored by the Gotham Police Department, just like Barry on the Flash TV show is loved by the city, despite actually causing some collateral damage every once in a while. It's really funny because in terms of tonality, Barry's supposed to be the Superman, Oliver's supposed to be the Batman. But I don't want to talk about it too much in this video because this is mostly Batman v Superman, but there's actually some really cool Justice Society stuff happening on Arrow that I'll talk about in a video later this week. Moving to the behind the scenes stuff, there's actually some fun Easter eggs. A lot of it is from footage that you've already seen, so I'm actually going to skip to the stuff that we haven't really seen before. Look at the stuff that Alfred is working on. That doesn't look like a Batman helmet, it looks a little bit too small. I'm wondering if he has some sort of drone. Because there's limited time to tell a story, there's a lot of things that they do visually, like they tell visual stories. So anytime we're in the Batcave, you see things like the Robin suit, and it tells a story that they don't necessarily explain overtly during the film. But just like in the comic books, there are a bunch of Easter eggs for Batman's past adventures. There will probably be a lot of that inside this Batcave. I'm not expecting the giant penny or the dinosaur though. This is where Bruce's parents are buried. His father is actually being played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who will be seen in some kind of flashback, which is funny because he's playing Negan on The Walking Dead. Completely different ends of the spectrum in terms of characters. Here's another really fun Easter egg. Doesn't that name look familiar? There's even an arrow pointing towards the name. Nice Jack Nicholson hat tip. Where does he get all those wonderful toys? And here's actually a good shot of Ben Affleck with only part of his armor on. That gives you an idea of just how big it is. Henry Cavill actually said because he can barely see when he has the helmet on, he would trip all the time just walking around the set. So I'll also say be careful for spoilers from the film. There are people around the world that'll be seeing it before other people, so there's probably going to be a lot of stuff flooding the internet on Monday. What I want to do next week, because I'm not going to see the movie until Thursday, so I'll be posting a non-spoilery review video Thursday night, and then I'll do like a spoilery Easter egg video on Friday. Before that, I might do a bonus video for Justice League or Kryptonite or just something fun from the Batman or Superman universe. Be sure to subscribe to get that. If there's anything specific you guys want before the movie comes out, just let me know. But I won't be doing any spoilery stuff till way late next week, so don't worry about that. Just get really hype about them paying reference to some of the most iconic Superman-Batman moments in the comics. Because there's so much Daredevil stuff happening this week, I'm a little behind on other videos. My Game of Thrones video that I'd normally be posting on Sunday is just going to post on Monday. I will be doing a new Walking Dead episode later tonight, so be sure to look out for that. Lots of Marvel stuff happening this weekend because of Daredevil, but also really like next week is the big DC week. While you guys wait for my next video to post, you can click here for my first Daredevil Easter egg video, and you can click here for all my Batman v Superman videos. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.